Mission Impossible 8 was supposed to hit theaters this summer, but now we'll need to wait over a year to see how Dead Reckoning wraps up its two-part story. Speaking of Dead Reckoning, the next film won't actually be called Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 anymore. They've changed the title and it's currently unnamed, which might or might not shake things up in the plot. Due to the Hollywood strikes in 2023, Mission Impossible 8 got pushed back and is now set to release in May 2025. It's in the middle of filming, so fingers crossed there won't be any more delays. This next movie could potentially be Tom Cruise's final go-around as Ethan Hunt, though director Chris McQuarrie isn't completely convinced it's the end. While we're eagerly awaiting to see how it all plays out, here's everything you need to know about the upcoming Mission Impossible movie. And stick around, because we'll also dive into how one of the stars hint at a genre shift in the next installment. Now, as for the release date, Mission Impossible 8 is currently slated for release on May 23, 2025, which is a year later than originally planned due to the Hollywood strikes. Filming began in March 2022, but paused during the promotional tour for Dead Reckoning Part 1 and was further delayed by the strikes in July 2023. Production resumed in March 2024 and is ongoing as of May. There's no confirmed end date for filming yet, but the aim is to meet the scheduled release date of May 2025. Now, let's discuss the cast of Mission Impossible 8 and who's coming back. Tom Cruise will be reprising his role as Ethan Hunt, but not all familiar faces will return. While Luther Stickle, played by Ving Rhames, and Benji Dunn, played by Simon Pegg, will be back, Rebecca Ferguson's character, Ilsa Faust, met her end in Mission Impossible 7 at the hands of Gabriel, played by Esai Morales, so she won't be making a comeback. There's been some speculation about whether Ilsa could potentially return despite her apparent demise, but director Chris McQuarrie has strongly defended her heroic death, emphasizing its significance and nobility for the character. Rebecca Ferguson herself has hinted that her time as Ilsa might have reached its conclusion, suggesting that her three-picture deal for the character has come to an end, and expressing interest in exploring darker, more independent roles. So while Ethan Hunt will have some familiar allies by his side in the next mission, Ilsa Faust's story appears to have come to a definitive close. In Mission Impossible 8, Haley Atwell returns as Grace, who has officially joined the IMF by the end of Mission Impossible 7. Vanessa Kirby will continue to stir up trouble as Alana Mitsopoulos, known as the White Widow. Despite a close call, Pom Clementieff's character Paris survived being stabbed by Gabriel and will be back on the side of the heroes in the next installment, as teased by Simon Pegg. Several familiar faces will also return, including Henry Czerny as Kittredge, Shea Wiggum as Jasper Briggs, and Greg Tarzan Davis as Degas. However, Cary Elwes won't be returning as Denlinger, who met his demise at the hands of Gabriel. A notable comeback is Rolf Saxon as CIA analyst William Donlow from the first Mission Impossible film, now stationed in Alaska near the buried Sevastopol sub. Additionally, Mark Gatiss and Charles Parnell reprised their roles as head of the NSA and NRO from Dead Reckoning Part 1, respectively. Mariella Garriga returns as Marie, a character with ties to Ethan's past, adding intrigue to the upcoming storyline. In the upcoming MI8, there are several newcomers joining the cast: Janet McTeer, Hannah Waddingham, Lucy Tulagariuk, Katie O'Brien, and Tramell Tillman. While their specific roles and the extent of their involvement haven't been revealed yet, they are set to bring fresh energy to the series. Notably, Holt McCallany from Mindhunter will portray Secretary of Defense Bernstein, adding his gravitas to the storyline. Additionally, Nick Offerman is slated to play Sidney, who holds the position of Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, promising an intriguing new dynamic to the ensemble. Now, let's shift our attention to the plot of Mission Impossible 8 and what we can expect. While an official synopsis for MI8 hasn't been released yet, we can piece together how the next movie might kick off. In Dead Reckoning, Gabriel appears as the primary antagonist, but it's hinted that a more formidable foe looms, an all-powerful AI known as the Entity. This AI has the ability to manipulate digital data and has already compromised global intelligence networks. Initially developed by the US government, the Entity was tested on a Russian submarine named the Sevastopol to locate a stealth sub. However, the AI went rogue and destroyed the Sevastopol instead. The source code for the Entity is housed on the Sevastopol, accessible only with a cruciform key. Ethan Hunt possesses this key, and by the conclusion of MI7, Paris informs him that locating the Sevastopol is crucial. This sets the stage for Mission Impossible 8, where Ethan Hunt and his team will likely embark on a high-stakes mission to secure the entity's source code and confront the looming threat it poses. In Mission Impossible 8, Ethan Hunt is on a mission to locate and destroy the all-powerful AI known as the Entity at its source. However, Ethan faces formidable opposition from Gabriel, who is carrying out the Entity's directives. Naturally, the Entity itself is determined to thwart any attempts to dismantle it. The crux of the movie will revolve around Ethan's pursuit of Gabriel, who holds the crucial knowledge of the Sevastopol's location, the repository of the Entity's source code. This sets the stage for a high-stakes battle between Ethan and Gabriel, where espionage and strategic maneuvers will undoubtedly play a significant role. The return of CIA analyst William Donlow becomes pivotal, as he's stationed in Alaska near the submerged Sevastopol in the Bering Sea. Ethan's challenge will not only be overcoming the Entity's defenses, but also navigating the complex relationships and past conflicts that may surface, especially concerning Donlow. As MI8 unfolds, viewers can expect a thrilling narrative driven by Ethan's relentless pursuit to neutralize the Entity, amid a backdrop of intrigue, espionage, and the intricate dynamics of its characters. Now let's discuss Mission Impossible 8's star-teasing genre change for upcoming installment. Shea Whigham, who joined the Mission Impossible franchise in Dead Reckoning, has hinted at an exciting shift in genre for MI8. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter while promoting his film Lake George, Whigham teased that the upcoming installment will depart from the traditional action spy movie formula. Whigham, who recently completed filming on Mission Impossible 8, shared that he had the opportunity to share a scene with Tom Cruise, a request he made during the production of Dead Reckoning. While he couldn't reveal specific plot details, Whigham emphasized that audiences should expect to be impressed by the new direction. According to him, Tom Cruise and director Christopher McQuarrie have reimagined this installment as more of an adventure film rather than a straightforward action or spy thriller. Whigham's comments suggest that Mission Impossible 8 will offer a fresh take within the franchise, promising an exciting and unexpected cinematic experience for fans. As for the future of the franchise, in June 2023, Christopher McQuarrie indicated to Fandango that while Dead Reckoning Part 1 and the upcoming 8th film weren't intended to conclude the series, they were actively exploring ideas for future installments. This sentiment was echoed by Tom Cruise in July 2023, during the promotion of Part 1, where he expressed enthusiasm about continuing to portray Ethan Hunt in future Mission Impossible films, despite earlier indications that these movies might serve as a farewell to the character. Well, that's it for today. What aspect of Mission Impossible 8 are you most excited to see unfold? Are you okay with the new genre direction? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember to stay tuned for more updates and discussions on your favorite movies. Until next time, thank you so much for watching our video today. Keep your spy gadgets ready and enjoy the adventure!